lights on my car.
I was expecting to... Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
I was expecting to have to defrost the outside windows, but the car stands around the back of the building.
Do you know, I never noticed this.
That's why we're using this one rather than my car, because it gets more light inside.
Is that really bad for me to not observe that in the car?
Not really. I'd much rather you were looking out there.
Yeah.
Looking out there. So yeah, so there was ice on the inside of the window because it stands around the back of the building, so there's no sun on it.
Oh no.
So it's taken me ages to get the windows to clear.
Oh well.
But you see people doing that sometimes, don't you, in the winter? They clear a little hole like this and they got their nose up against it. It's so dodgy. So how are we today?
Not bad.
Splendid.
Like having the time off work.
Yeah. Must be nice and relaxed.
I had a week off in, God, since I started working, about summertime. I had a week off.
All right, so you've done your...
I don't really understand what I've crossed, what I think I've crossed off.
Okay.
Like, I've done all manoeuvres, done emergency stop, only need to do one with more speed.
Yeah.
Need to work on junctions,
Okay.
weight gears, and then...
The emerging from the busier junctions and stuff, it was we hadn't turned right, had we?
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of that today, possibly. Yeah. Crossroads we've done a bit of work on, but we haven't done a specific sort of session on that because we don't have that many of them around here. But if we're looking at traffic lights, which was the potential plan for today,
Yeah.
and they're all crossroads, aren't they? All of them controlled by lights. So similar procedures apply.
Well, that's why I only did that many. I didn't
Okay, that's fine. Well, this gives us a nice overview, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About where we're at and what needs to be done. So when the question gets...
I like seeing it and like, God, there's all sorts crossed off there. I didn't realise.
You've done tons, haven't you?
Yeah.
Done tons. And it's not until you say it like that you think, oh
No.
wow. And it's a much better idea, we think it is, than, you know, saying to your instructor, am I ready for my test? And your instructor going, nah, not really.
Well,
You look at that and you can see straight away, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, no, because we've got this lot to do. But you're more than halfway there, aren't you?
Yeah,
In fact, that's probably, what, 2/3 that we've covered?
I would say so.
Yeah.
After today.
Yeah, so that's not so bad. So we'd put down potentially to do traffic lights and pedestrian crossings today.
Yeah.
Still okay to do that?
Yeah.
Splendid.
Do you want to read that?
I do, pretty please. Ooh, lots of notes today. Cool, so let's have a look. Enjoyed the freedom and the challenge. Come across busier roads. At a stop junction, Crossroads, you did panic and stalled the car. Felt under pressure with the cars behind me, but you overcame it. Stopped and calmed down. Great. Asked for my help. After that, you did well. How much help did I give you after that, do you think?
We want a lot.
It wasn't a massive bit, was it? The only bit of help that I gave you was the bit that I felt that it was that you or me.
Yeah.
That's 10 minutes on silent. It was just the gas thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
After that you did well. Sometimes don't get right things first time, but it's all about practice. Not everything's perfect. This is the reason I'm a learner, because I need to learn. There you go. Exactly right. 10 out of 10. Brilliant. You feel you take good observations and you know what decisions to make when driving, but I like to work on changing gears and moving off quickly to match the speed of the traffic. As part of what we're doing, if we do traffic lights and stuff today, that's possibly... That's all right, we'll sort it out in a second. We might do a bit of work on that, because obviously if you're at the front of the queue, we've got to kind of get on.
Yeah.
How will you do that, do you think?
Just quickly.
Yeah. And if we're feeling under pressure, what did we talk about last week we might do?
Breathe.
Yeah. What else?
What am I breathing?
That'll help you to stay
Like,
calm. How about preventing the stall? What can you do to do that?
More gas.
Yeah. And then the worst that can
matter
happen is you can get a lumpy start, but
Yeah.
you're not going to stall.
You're not going to stall.
Because it's the fear of stalling, isn't it? It's how it makes you feel. You're like, oh my God. But...
It's embarrassing when it's on the car.
Well, not really. Well, it's...
I know I'm a learner and it's going to happen, so...
Have you ever seen an experienced driver stall?
Yeah, loads.
It happens, doesn't it? Yeah. It's only a teeny little difference. But I think it's when you're a learner you feel the extra pressure, don't you? Before, it may be interesting just to have a little chat about that. You know, when at that situation, when did you start feeling the pressure?
When I stalled.
Okay. So it's sometimes you feel it before, sometimes it's just after the mistake. If you're feeling it before, that's when you can do the breathing, that might help. If it's afterwards, again, similar thing, but I think it's the last little bit that you've written down there, realising that, you know, you're not meant to get it perfect every time, straight away. Eventually, but even experienced drivers don't get it right every time. I stall the car sometimes. Just if you're not concentrating enough, or if your mind's on something else, or you just do something just a bit quick. Blinking flip. I sometimes do it with this, the changeover between my car and this one. I shouldn't perhaps admit that on camera. But occasionally, blummerneck. Okay, that's good. So if we're looking at, let's have a look. I'll put that on one side. Well, yeah. So
Keep doing it every morning, right? I go to try and find it. I put it in a right, like, safe place, and I'm like, Mum, where's my lesson companion?
So safe that you can't find it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, going the wrong way. So traffic signals. Now, if we want to look at, so we want to do traffic lights, pedestrian crossings if we can, and if we can, level crossings.
Yeah.
There's not here, is there? But Nottingley. There's some, isn't there?
Yeah.
On Womersley Road, we could maybe use that level crossing.
Yeah.
And then for traffic lights, how do you think we could do a loop around Hilltop and Morrison's? Using those traffic lights there, going left and right and straight ahead.
So we're going straight ahead from Morrison.
Yeah, so if we came from here, if we went to Hilltop and went straight ahead, we turn right at Morrison's, round the loop that comes back out where the shops are, turn left, brings you back to Hilltop, left round there.
Because I can't think until
that's
there.
fine. But there's a nice little area there where we can get a lot of these quickly. So we're not doing one set and then driving 4 miles to get to the next one. We can do a concentrated little effort. On the way there, do you think where these might be? Have you seen them?
There's is it in Nottingham?
There is, on the road out there, isn't there? Where they've built that new fire station. These we're not going to encounter this time of day. So what we will do at some point in the future is make sure that we're out when the schools are either going in or coming out, so that we get to deal with lollipop ladies or men. Do you know what the sequence of traffic lights is?
What respect?
So let's say we're starting from red. Show you the picture, that gives it away, doesn't it? What does red mean?
Stop.
How about red and amber together?
Get ready.
Okay, how about green?
Go.
Okay, what if there's somebody on the road?
What do you mean?
If you get the green light and there's somebody in front of you?
Well, you can't go.
Pedestrian. So it means you may proceed if the way is clear.
Yeah.
So it's for the same reason that, we don't talk about right of way, we talk about priority. We talk here that you can go if it's clear. Amber?
Get ready to stop.
Yep, stop if safe to do so. Filter arrows.
That lane.
Yep, that's it. And sometimes you get it, of course, the other way.
There's one up the other way on near Morrison's in Ponty, isn't there?
There is. That's right. So, and you'll quite often get markings on the road too.
Yeah.
So it's a case of taking as early observations and trying to taking in as much information as you can about what's ahead of you and what might be required. Sometimes, of course, we get in the wrong lane. What would you do then, do you reckon?
Well, we're in the wrong lane.
Let's say we wanted to go right here, and we wanted to go ahead and we've ended up in that lane. What would you do?
I'd go the right way. What lane are we in?
It's possible if there's nobody about,
If
maybe you
there's
can
no
get
one-
back.
yeah.
But otherwise, you just have to go that way and find your way around. Any idea what this is?
That's the box that you can't stop in.
That's it. Unless, of course, you're turning right,
Yeah.
in which case you're just waiting for the oncoming traffic. Now, this is where people get it wrong sometimes. So let's assume we're coming up here and we're turning right. Now, we can go in there and wait if it's just this traffic that's stopping us. How about if there's a car in front?
Where would they be coming from?
So if we're going up there and they're doing the same but they're in front of us, but they're going right as well, where would you wait? Would you go in and wait behind them, or would you wait back here?
Right back there.
That's where you should wait. Most people drive forward. You see them doing it all the time. And then they're still in the middle when these lights go green.
So lights could change.
So it's a case as something else that I see people doing on the level crossing. Once they're clear and they go up, when you're coming from the main road through Nottingham, you turn right up Womersley Road, and there's the level crossing there. When those go up, you see cars going forward and then they stop waiting to turn right. And I see people drive onto the crossing and wait. Well, if that barriers come back down, what are you going to do?
Should always wait. If that car would be indicating that way, you'd keep back until they've gone that way.
Yeah. What does that mean? Any idea?
I don't.
The lights aren't working. So what would you do in that case? You come up here and there's no lights on.
Well, it'd just be a case of waiting to see if it's clear to go.
Work out what's going on
Yeah.
and see what everybody else is doing. It tends to be a who dares wins kind of situation there. But just make sure that you're safe. You would treat it like it was an unmarked crossroads.
Yeah.
Nobody has priority. What you tend to find is, that a lot of the time when you come on these junctions and the lights have failed, it works because everybody does what they're meant to do. Feel happy with those to be able to have a go? So we'll come across those as we're going along. What sort of level of support do you think you need? Do you want lots to begin with or none? Or do you want to have a go and see what works?
And just do what we normally do, have a go.
Have a go and see what works. Okay, you can shout for help at any time. So pedestrian crossings, which we'll deal with at the same time. I was going to say, do you know what that is? But so that's a zebra crossing. What happens here, do you think?
Basically, they're always flashing, aren't they? Or is it that peak? That's at 2. No, yeah. And you stop if there's someone waiting to cross.
Okay. Whereabouts would you stop?
Just before.
Any idea what these lines mean?
No.
You mustn't park there, and you mustn't overtake the vehicle that's in the lead.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. So once you stop there, and let's say, for example, there's somebody waiting and they're looking at you, they don't look like they know what they're doing, would you wave them across?
No.
Why wouldn't you? Any idea?
You just don't wave people across.
Because you might be inviting them into danger. Just because you stopped, somebody might overtake you.
Exactly.
Pelican crossing? I mean, we've not come across them in the car, but you've used them as a pedestrian, haven't you?
Yeah.
So what happens here then?
Do they stop in the middle?
Well, that's one crossing, but sometimes they're staggered like that, so they stop in the middle. So that's 2 separate crossings. So if you're driving up here, what are you looking for, do you think? We're coming up towards that crossing.
Doesn't it tell you to stop, these ones?
They've got a light on them, so yeah, you would get the light to change. But what might you be looking for in advance of that?
Pedestrians?
Yeah, watching for them pressing the button. So when the button gets pressed,
You slow down.
yeah, if you see there's somebody around there, you just be prepared to stop.
Yeah.
Make sure what's behind us to see if
There's a
we can.
couple in town, ain't like that.
There is. We'll come across those today. Sometimes they're separate crossings like that, where there's an island like that. That's 2 separate ones. That's one crossing. So if there was somebody at this side coming this way, you'd still wait. If they were going that way, you might think about going, because you get a yellow flashing light, which means you may go if it's clear.
I'm in town, so maybe it's something like that.
That's right, but then there's a puffin crossing, which is a pedestrian user-friendly interface. Go the other way. You don't get the flashing amber on this one. It works. It goes, green, amber, red, red and amber, green. So just like a normal traffic light. Sometimes they're inbuilt into the crossings, like for example at the bus station, and where the doctor surgery is at the top of the bus station.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
pedestrian crossings built in. We can get a bit of a guide as to what's happening. A puffin crossing will stay on while there's somebody in that zone, because they've got sensors on there. And that one that's uptown, at the top, up near the Broken Bridge pub, on a market day, you can never get going because people just keep walking across. Equestrian crossings, any idea? Pegasus, they call them. I'd never come across them till I lived down here.
No.
They're for use by people on horseback. So the difference is, the button that you press, there's another one about 8 foot high. So there's somebody on horseback and press it. Loads of them around
I've never
Leeds.
come across that.
I
Even
haven't got
on
any
my phone.
here, but over on Leeds and Horsforth, obviously, there's loads of those. And a toucan, it means that there's a cycle and people can ride across on their bikes where the normal ones that can't. Does that all make sense?
It does.
Splendid. Should we have a go
Why?
and see what fate brings us this morning?
So I'm heading towards Nottingham.
Yes, please. If we go from here, do you want to plot your own route there? Do you want me to give you the directions?
Or would you go down Cobbler?
Yeah, and then we can turn right at the Cobbler,
Yeah.
which gives us our right turn at a busy junction.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's busy there, isn't it?
It is.
Is that alright? That's that like that?
Well, once you start the engine, we'll need to make sure that we get that cleared. Can you remember how we do that?
Is it that?
It is. And it should clear pretty quickly. We'll give it a moment. It's this time of year. It freaks me out when I see the way people drive their cars. They've got frost and ice on the snow sometimes on the lights on the windows. Have a little hole in the middle so they can see. You can see it works pretty quickly. So once you can see clearly out there, we can set off.
Someone on that wall.
Oh, yeah.
Just a new move.
Looks like a bit of a ne'er-do-well, doesn't he? What are you up to, you?
What's he doing outside Wales?
Once you're happy you've got all-round vision, we'll set off. So yeah, if we head out towards the cobbler...
I don't like that. I walked away from it. Is that
That's fine,
best,
yeah,
best
no,
thing
that's,
to
yeah, that's not a problem at all, we'll just wait. It'll clear fairly quickly. It's you know, it's talking about it before, I see people driving around with snow on the lights. Well, people can't see your brake lights and stuff, and you've got it on your headlights, you know.
It's and it's supposed to be snowing.
It is, later on today apparently.
Oh, today?
And later in the week. The wind is from the north, that's why it's so blooming freezing this morning.
Would you go now?
Can you see clearly?
Yeah.
Off you go. So we head towards the cobbler. I'll let you plot your own route there. Makes it awkward this time of year as well, with the sun being so low in the sky.
Yeah, it's right. Thingy, isn't it? Bright. I know why I did that.
Well, we sorted it out, that's the main thing.
Oh, Bob, I don't like that when I can hardly see.
Now that the sun's shining on it,
Yeah.
if you want to find a convenient place to pull over, I'll jump out and clear it. It's not clear as quickly as we like. There's already where we were parked before. Once the sun's shining across it, kind of spoils that. You make yourself safe. That's alright, don't worry about it. I'll get out and clear it. I should make you get out and clear it. What are you
I
kidding?
don't know what to do. Just wipe it.
I have a cloth for just such an eventuality.
Oh, so prepared. I think I'm a bit closer than I am normally. No, I'm not. Oh, that's loads better.
Well, that's the safest option, isn't it? Because now you've got a proper clear view. So what are we doing ahead here, do you think?
Ah. He's just doing turn it round to wait for him. Would you wait for him?
Yeah, I think so. Should we do a little critique while we wait?
Have I?
Should we mark him out of 10?
No.
They're not doing bad there, are they? Do you think they're going to make it in 3?
Because she can.
Do you think they're going to wait for them?
No. Oh.
See, the body language of that car says I'm coming through, doesn't it? People are so impatient.
Wait for him to go. He's back up.
Yes, good one. So, good call to wait for him, but might have been better to cancel the signal while we did that, do you think? Perhaps.
Probably. Ooh.
That's okay. He's miles away. As you have a look now, he's just coming across behind you, so you had loads of time.
I'm going the right way, aren't I?
Yeah, well, you can go anywhere you like. The direction was just make your way to the cobbler.
You're going to overtake that bus then.
He was. What do you think he's going to do?
I have no idea.
Going to turn right. There you He put a lot of faith in us there, didn't he?
Did?
I mean, he can, but he doesn't know that, does he?
At least he told us where we were going. A lot of people.
What do you think?
I'm waiting behind this post.
Okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah. What made you decide to wait?
Because they don't wait there long.
It was a good call. There was only two people getting on, wasn't there? So they just paid their fare and got on Liverpool straight away, so good call. But also, I like that you left yourself far enough back so you could get round if that wasn't the case. Good stuff. Three-way
I don't
standoff.
know.
It's one of those who dares wins things. So we have priority over him, so he should wait for us.
Looks like he's gonna.
He is.
Yeah, I'll say thank you for me. Thank you.
Yes, you don't have time to wave there. You give him a nice smile though. Thank you. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Everybody arrives at the same time. Who has priority? Everybody's given way to the right, so everybody stops.
I know.
And then what you tend to find is everybody then goes. So again, good call. You waited, saw what was happening.
I'm going to keep in second gear because I'm going up this hill.
Okay.
And I remember last time I were in third, I think, and it was.
Okay. Let's see how that works out for you.
There's more power in there.
There is. So the acid test here will be when you put the power on to climb the hill. Does it climb well?
Not really.
It wouldn't have climbed very well in third though, would it?
No.
So it's the right gear. So understanding your car's as important as understanding your own skills.
I should check, as you said last time.
That's good.
Just in case he's
Just don't know.
overtaking me.
Don't know, do you? Again, the same thing like with the cyclist. He put a lot of faith in us without knowing who we were. We don't know who's in that car, mate. Could be axe murderer.
They're all trying to kill us. Am I going too slow?
What do you think?
No.
You go a little faster or not?
No, I don't want to go faster.
Okay.
Why?
Do you notice this time that the lower gear is actually holding you back?
Yeah.
So you've got the engine braking. We'll go right at the end of the road.
I'm wanting to wait what he's doing.
Okay. What about the position of his car? Where do you think he's going?
Oh, he's indicating
Yeah,
that.
he's indicating now, but he wasn't before. But so now we know where they're going. This guy might like you out, he might not. He's not gonna. Sometimes people come in that way, will hang back and just say, go on after you. But, he's obviously not going to do that. So it's just a case of keeping your head moving. Although you're clear from the right, know what you can do because of him being there. So it's a case of tying the two gaps together. How was that?
Alright, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Because it's a busy road, you've got out, you've got on with it.
Am I speeding?
No.
I'm going faster than I normally do.
But you've built the speed up quickly because you're on a faster road. Which is great, that's what we're looking for. So how successful do you think that was turning right there?
I made right decisions.
You did?
I didn't stall.
No.
So we're alright.
Well, the things that we did last week, you know, where we were the new things that we applied. You applied there. Cool. Job's a good one.
Watch my speed.
So what's the speed limit here?
5.
It is. So, houses ahead, what might you reasonably expect?
Yeah.
Yep. There's a possible change of speed limit ahead. You can also sort of reasonably guess where that might be. You can see where the houses start. The 30's probably level with or just before that. It's good, well done. You've kept he was coming no matter what you did, so you've done the right thing. You've eased back. You've kept yourself out of trouble. Things to watch for here, if you're doing the speed limit, is people overtaking you on the left and cutting back in. You see it all the time here, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Naughty boys and girls, that's what they are. So looking ahead, you see the little island in the middle. It's not a pedestrian crossing, but it's a pedestrian refuge.
Right.
Put them where people cross the road. It's something to be aware of. Well done. So when we get to the traffic lights at Hilltop, if we follow the road ahead.
So I want to be in the left lane.
You do. Well done. Bit of local knowledge there. If you're going ahead, it's normally the left-hand lane, but not always. Sometimes the left-hand lane's marked for turning left only. That's good. Good call. So the nice thing about this then is you'll probably get a look at the lights reasonably early. You can sometimes time your approach so you don't have to stop. But at the minute, they're on green. Chance that they might go red. I like the mirror work. Excellent.
Say that again.
I like the mirror work there. It's good. So all sorts of things that can give us a clue. Watch the other traffic when that stops. Might be our turn. As you can see, there we go. Cool. Now, although we've got priority, just have a quick look. Just in case. You never know. Although they'll have to work hard to get through that wagon. Pedestrian crossing ahead. Anybody about?
Yeah, but we're alright. I think she just pressed it, so I'm alright.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes they change fairly quickly, but because we're really close up there, it's fine. Right at the ones at Morrison's?
So going into Morrison's?
Yep. Well, actually, we're going to go right into the estate around the back and come back out at this junction. You probably didn't know that loop was there. So we'll go right at these lights. These ones, yeah.
These ones?
Yep, they're probably aware that there's a filter here to go right. Excellent, well done. And we'll follow the road ahead.
This one? This one?
Yep, straight
Ah,
on here,
sorry. Alright. Can't believe how confident I am.
Well, it's because you've got the skills now and you're applying it. It's an unusual little road layout, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Like a double yellow lines here, like anybody in the right mind would park here.
Yeah, but you're in that, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, I live here.
Never ever been around here before, you know, so I've not got any knowledge around here.
I didn't even know this place existed until fairly recently.
What is that sort of road? I'm just following like the curb.
So, tell me about your choice of speed. What are you factoring in here?
I'm going slow because it's built up.
Yeah.
Could possibly be kids around here. I've never.
And he was coming through no matter what you did, wasn't he? So, good call. Well, at least he was nice and said thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Has he got enough room?
He has.
I'm going to say thank you, Ollie, because...
He's going to say thank you, didn't even know you were there.
we thought
Good, well done. Good.
Up.
If you take a little speed off here... Oh, he's waiting for you. Or is he? What do you think?
I think
Go on.
No.
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
So it's... situations like that, you've just got to kind of work it out as best you can. Where he's flashed his lights, you think, does he mean it or does he not? We'll go right here, please. And then we'll get up to the end of the road. We'll turn left, please. So it's good. I mean, you're doing the right things. There could be kids around, there's parked cars. Half done a turn here, haven't we? She started a turn that you can't complete. Or he. Wow. You did well to keep out of the way there. So we'll go left at the end of the road. See that quite a lot of people will start to make a turn that they've not looked in at the road and they can't complete, then you're in everybody's way.
The entrance. Why?
Nowhere you can go anyway because there's somebody there. But I'm not sure what we're doing here. So we could let this guy across the front of us, couldn't we? Once they've moved forward. And that way we're then clear on the junction.
I'm not going to win either way because that car's going to...
So this is what you call a Mexican standoff. Now that we'll let him across the front of us, and then they'll be able to turn in. Which will clear the road for us. Well done. Good call. He's doing quite a bit more than 30 mile an hour, isn't he?
I don't know if he's letting just me go.
I think he was letting just him. So, good call again. Fantastic. Well done. How'd that feel?
Alright. Have I just stalled?
No. Excellent. We'll go left at the next lights, please.
These ones?
Yes, please.
Ooh, that's a skinny gap. I'm waiting here.
Okay.
I'm not going through there.
That's fine. Well, when the lights change, he's going to move forward at the same time. So think about which gear we need. Excellent. Cool under pressure.
I can't believe I didn't have the right gear then.
It's alright. That's what I'm here for.
Where am I going?
We'll go next left. Down past, I was going to say, past the green bottle, but it's not there anymore, is it?
Oh no, I know, I noticed that. Last night.
I think it's always a tragedy when pubs close. Got the lights here? Anybody about?
No, so I'm slowing.
But if you have a look, see the little lights lit? Somebody pressed the button, so they might have been about to change.
Oh.
So we'll take the next left. What you sometimes get is people will press the button and then the road clears, so they walk across. But they've left it in a state where the lights might still change. Once we get over the hill and the bits and pieces here, if we find a convenient place to pull over, we'll have a little review of what we've done. I'll leave it up to you to find a safe, legal and convenient place.
It's not safe on here.
Okay.
It's not safe on that corner.
Okay,
And there's a bus stop there.
good. That's fine, carry on. I'll let you choose. You're absolutely right. You couldn't stop at first over the brow because you're down a hill, people can't see you. Then you've got the junction on the right, and then you had the bus stop, and then you got the parked cars there. So none of those were suitable.
I don't want to stop anywhere around here.
Fine, it's okay.
I don't want to stop on that corner.
We'll follow the road ahead here. You should be able to find a place along there. Let's go. Crossroads. Well done.
Can I stop here?
Well, you can here because it's quite wide, but I'd probably go past this where the road narrows so that the road's a little straighter. Somewhere between here and the bus would be fine. So if you have a look down that hill there, I've asked you to find a safe, legal and convenient place. A little bit of a trick question really, because I know there's no safe, legal and convenient places until you get at least to the bottom there. And then you chose not to stop there because there was parked cars in the way. So this is the first safe, legal and convenient place. So well done.
Where would you stop?
This is where I would stop, yeah. So let's have a little... Oh, knock your signal off. Not that it matters because we're signalling left, but... So, how did that all feeling?
Fine. I don't know, it just like comes naturally to me now. Cause I've got...
Well, yeah, a lot of it does because you're working out what's going on. And the thing that I particularly like, if you don't mind me giving you a little bit of feedback on that, is you've made some great calls where you could have made the other decision. Like the guy who flashed his lights, was he flashing for me? And of course he was flashing to let the person across there, and then he shot it forward. So you've erred on the side of caution each time, which is obviously the sensible thing to do. How was your control?
I don't know, I think I'm going a little bit faster than that, to be honest.
Okay. What I was talking about was at the traffic light situations. I think you managed that all right? Under a little bit of pressure because there's a bit more traffic than I'd planned. You got on with it.
I think so. Obviously, if I'd have tried setting off in second, it wouldn't have happened.
That's right.
But I know I wouldn't have crashed.
No. The worst thing could happen would you'd probably maybe stalled. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll just give you a little prompt. Although we said that, I think that's the key thing as well, isn't it? It's kind of working as a team. You were saying that, okay, you want to just have a go, but if I spot something I think that's going to cause you a problem, better just to jump in and then let you know about it, really, rather than let it go and let you stall. Although I suppose the idea there would be that you'd learn more from it, but you feel a bit rubbish because you've stalled in a tricky situation. So, what do you want to do now?
I don't know.
Okay, well, how about, obviously you know what's at the end of here.
Yeah.
There's a level crossing. Whether we hit some trains there or not, you never know here. So if we went left there, and then left onto the main road, that takes, is it Wheeling Road? That takes us over a zebra crossing, which we've not done yet. And then that takes us back to Morrison's, where we can maybe turn left at Morrison's, back around that loop, back up. So again, some busier junctions.
Yeah.
How much help do you want? Any or none? Or some?
Obviously, give me one if you know
Okay.
I need it.
Right to go. But other than that, shut up. it is common sense. Nearly all of it. You know, you're quite right when you say that.
Sun's blinding.
It is bright, isn't it? It really is. So we'll go left at the end. Ooh, I think we might be in luck. We are. Excellent. So this gives us a nice vantage point so we can see what people are doing. So, lights are on, red, barriers are down. Go handbrake, neutral and relax.
Oh.
Ooh. Got half of that right. Handbrake, then neutral. Relax.
Handbrake.
Into neutral.
Neutral.
And just chill. Can't go anywhere. Nothing to do. Now watch what happens here. So he's on the correct side of the road, but if you look, there's a queue of parked cars here, and people will overtake those parked cars to come in here.
Come that way.
Now I get why they're doing it, but it's so dodgy, and I've seen so many near misses here.
Stop down now.
I know why they do it, because sometimes you can get stuck here because you get two trains, and the trains that are coming are quite often slow. The one that comes at this time of day, it'll come trundling along here. And then sometimes you catch it with one coming the other way, and you can be sat here for a fair while. So people who are sat in the queue, they think, I'll go up the hilltop and go around that way. And they're in that much of a hurry that they stop thinking about what they're doing and just plough up the wrong side of the road. So once the train's gone, these lights might go to green. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yep. Good, well done. That's a tricky junction, that. It's bad at the best of times, but because you've got the car on your right, turning right, limits your view even more. So you've done the right thing by slowing down. Left at the end of the road. So you're not the best place to put a pedestrian crossing. It's right on the junction.
Am I right to go?
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Go on then. So extra observation on this one, especially at kicking out time from the factory.
Is it?
No, sorry. Forget that. I think it's just turned 2. It's just turned 11.
Wishing your day away, Bob.
I am, you're right. So lots of paint on the road, that indicates a hazard normally. So looking ahead, can you see the lights?
Mm-hmm.
Difficult to do because they're covered in grunge. But nobody about. So it should be alright. There's any doubt in your
Want
mind.
someone to cross.
There's any doubt in your mind, obviously you just hang back and see what's happening.
I just live round here. Don't know.
Ah, good. So if we go left at the traffic lights this time. You see the pedestrian crossing the lights. The green man's just gone out. So that probably means we're going to get the green. So there's little clues you can pick up. Green. Again, if we follow the road ahead and go around the loop. How was that?
Fine. I can't see.
It's tricky, isn't it?
I should have brought my sunglasses.
Well, something to think about for next time, if we're this sunny. So what are your options if your view's limited the way it is now?
This.
Yeah. That's good. It's finding the balance between getting it so that it shades you from the sun and it blocking your view. Possibly you could perhaps lift the seat a little, have some driving glasses. That's
Driving
good.
glasses?
Driving glasses, some driving gloves and some driving shoes.
The scarf.
There you go. Put some fluffy dice. Get them on your Christmas list. I like the choice of speed here. You've worked out that he's an issue to you. But we know we're safe now. He's out of the car. He can't do us any harm, can he? Unless he's left the handbrake off. To the next road on the right, please.
Double check my gear. I mean, swear down these are park.
It's awkward, isn't it? Once you're in the gap, though, there's no else for you to do but carry on, is there? Well, obviously, they're all parked on double yellows. That's why it's double yellows there, because it's awkward if you park there. We can't be inconvenienced. We'll go left at the end.
Did I just set someone to carry on that?
No, she's just the right one. She's gone back in. This time we'll follow the road ahead.
So we need to be in this lane still, or this lane?
Yeah, this one.
Fine.
Yeah, but, I mean, this lane will be lovely, and at least one hand on the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
This one. Excellent. So you just held back there a bit.
I didn't know if that car were coming out after it.
That was a good call.
Do you know what I mean?
Just wanted to make sure you'd done it for a reason. It wasn't by accident.
No. It wasn't a by accident.
So what's the engine telling you?
To change gear.
I can see you
that's
thinking
what
about it. What do you think?
Can I change now? Is that
Yeah,
alright to
if
go
you-
down
yeah,
now? I've
if
never
you-
changed gear down now.
Yeah, well, see how it works. So that's not an official pedestrian crossing. If there was somebody there,
But you still have to look.
I'd be keeping an eye on it, yeah. So if we just follow this road all the way until we get to where the Oriental is and turn left there,
Oh, yeah.
we will get to do some more pedestrian crossings, more traffic lights. Does that sound like a plan?
It's a plan.
It's a good plan.
I've never been in fourth gear. Can I be in fourth gear on
Of
this
course you
road?
can. How's that feel?
I feel better.
Good stuff. You're getting feedback from the car all the time, aren't you?
I'm not speeding, am I?
What's the speed limit there?
40.
How fast are we going?
About 37.
There you go. good to go. But as you quite rightly identified either last week or the week before, that is the maximum. But nobody does the speed limit on here. I'm surprised they don't set up temporary speed limits more, speed cameras here more often, because they catch loads.
They do, don't they? There's a police car sometimes sits down.
Oh, in that lane back there, but not often. Surprised they don't, because it would be easy pickings for them. So, what do we see ahead? See the red and white stripes around the...
Yeah.
It's for the fire station.
Alright. This is fire station.
You get an amber first and then it would flash red. Of course, we'd always wait and let them out because they might be going to your house.
Right. I want to change gear now, Bob.
Okay.
I want to go lower. Am I allowed to do
You
that?
most certainly are.
Can I go from fourth to second?
I'd go fourth to third here. Second might be a bit low.
Right. Third. One,
Try third
two,
and then see
three.
how it feels.
Is that alright?
Does it feel okay?
Just because I'm going slower now.
Sure. You can do 30 and fourth, but it lumbers a little in this car. Whereas can you feel now you've got usable power now if you need it.
Keep watching my speed. You're not going to let me speed, are you?
No. No, because I'd get done too. Eventually you just kind of you get a feel for what the car feels like at 29 miles an hour. So looking ahead into the far distance, what do we see?
Is that a zebra one? Or is it toucan?
You tell me.
Pelican?
So it's got the black and white pole with the yellow lights, that's a zebra.
Yeah.
And further ahead from that, what else do we see ahead?
Right, traffic lights.
What colour are the next one?
Green.
So what colour do you think they'll be when we get there?
Red.
Possibly. Where he's at now is the awkward position when you're approaching. So as we're coming to that point, still on green, are they going to change or they're not? They are, we've got plenty of time to stop comfortably. But if we'd been a bit closer, that white car being closer behind us might have meant that we might have to keep going. So red means, amber and red means stop, of course, unless it would be dangerous to do so.
Well, that wasn't dangerous for
No,
me to do, so we
that
could
was
have
perfectly
stopped.
fine.
Oh,
Cool, well done.
you can't see properly with bloody sun.
It is hard, isn't it?
It is.
So you need to make adjustments to what you're doing to take account of it, which you are. So again, anybody about here?
Nope.
So we're going to be reasonably confident they're going to stay on green. Also, you can see that the wait button isn't lit up, so that tells you that nobody's pressed it. Because what they do sometimes is they can be, come down from the shops, they press the button, the traffic clears, so they just walk away, leaving it looking like nobody's going to be there, but they sometimes are. Well done. So one of the next steps we could take from here would be hazard perception and defensive driving. We go left of these traffic lights, and then
Don't you think that every single hazard I've seen it and I know where it is?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Makes me
And
mad.
we'll have a chat about that at the end. So we go left of the lights, and then do you want to work your way home from there?
Do I have to indicate?
What do you reckon?
No.
I would.
No one else is, that's why I was like, no.
No, they don't bother. But there's two ways you could go here, isn't there? Those people probably don't need to indicate because that lane's for turning right only. But here you could go ahead or left. So I think it's probably policy to indicate if it's going to help somebody else work out what you're doing. So yeah, it's understanding the difference between a potential hazard and an actual hazard. And I think you know the difference.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes feel you're easing off when there's a potential hazard there. You're doing what I would do. I look and think, what's happening here? And then you take the correct action when it actually comes to it. Now, we're a few cars back here. You could go handbrake neutral and relax if you wanted and get ready when the lights change. Or you could do what you've done here.
Does it make a difference?
Just for you, really. You know, you don't want to be sat in a state of readiness all the time. Because that can wear you out. So I'll let you find your own way home. I don't mean I'm going to kick you out and make you walk.
Let's think of a difficult way home, Bob.
Okay. Turn into the left at Churchill House. That's an awkward one. So it's the next turning on the left. It's difficult here because you can't really see and it's really tight.
Have you got your foot on something?
No.
I just thought you put your foot in clutch. I'm like, what are you doing that for?
I just moved my leg. It's good, well done. But let's assert our position.
Right.
He has tucked in. If we slow down here, we need to force the issue with him. So make sure you don't go too close to the curb. That's it. Well done.
Jesus. Thank you.
So they took the sensible option. The other driver
Didn't.
no. And it created an issue for us, didn't it?
About going up Carlton Glen, I've never been up there.
Whereabouts?
Carlton Glen, this way, and then you get up to Swan Hill and there's that crossroad.
Is
Swan
there?
Hill.
Oh,
Not
go
the
on then.
crossroad, but you know what I mean, you get it.
I don't, because I don't know where that road goes, but I'm happy to let you take me.
You never been down it?
No?
Oh, a bit quick.
A little bit, but you controlled it.
This is the doctor's.
Okay. I didn't even know this was here. That's quite nice.
Always parked cars there. And there's
I take
always
the parking there to go to the
sort
hospital, and
of- someone's whizzing down here, you're like, oh.
there's not a lot you can do, is there? So if somebody was coming down that way, what could you do you think?
Depends what they're doing.
You could, of course,
It's really...
pull up just short of one of the junctions on the right and let them go in there. Because you can't go anywhere, can you?
No.
So where does this come out?
Swan Hill Lane. My old house.
Oh,
Round corner. Opposite shop.
well, there you go, you see. Learn something new every day.
And that's one where you can't see a thing around that corner.
Well, there you go.
What?
Learn another little place I can zip in and out of.
Oh, where are you going, love? You can go. Where's she going?
I'm not sure she knows.
She doesn't know. She didn't make no sense then.
What was all that about? So you shouldn't take the mickey out of people outside the car. It was very difficult to, because she looked like she was going to go, and then there was all that odd hand signalling. But again, you've done the right thing. You know, you've worked out what's happening, positioned, staggered crossroads.
That were a smooth gear change, wasn't
Wasn't
it?
it just? Get good at this.
Bad. Can't believe how scared I used to be of roundabouts. Diversion.
Oh, it's for the roads closed up with the, from the other side, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's like anything, isn't it? You just get used to it. You know, you look at things like, well, like here, bang straight up to 30 mile an hour now. And you look at your stuff like your approach speed to junctions. We don't trundle up the junctions anymore. You just drive up, make the decision, and go. Because you're used to it now.
Oh, we're all learning. Thanks.
You can always tell when you're on test routes full of learner drivers.
Can I drop a gear
You can.
on this one? I don't like how sensitive that is.
Yeah, you have to give it a... It's nice to have the facility to be able to just tap in it, flash 3 times, but it can also be a bit of a pain when it keeps turning itself off.
Not blocking their path, their way.
No, it's not bad.
Really straight.
Not as good as last time, but not bad. It's still all right, isn't it? You're not impeding anybody. So,
It's like reversed.
so if you have a look at the targets for that one, so oops, I don't want the right one, isn't it? What do you reckon? Have we covered all of those?
Go on.
There you go.
Right, about traffic signals and pedestrian crossings. I know the normal sequence of traffic signals and how this slightly differs on pelican crossings, yeah. No, now. I know what to look for to help me anticipate when traffic lights are likely to change. So if they're green for a long time, then they're going to more than likely change. I've dealt with the zebra crossing. Did we deal with the puffin?
We haven't done a. We haven't done a puffin.
We didn't pass up to either.
No.
Did we?
We did do a pelican one though.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Incorporated in traffic light control junctions?
Well, there was some in
Yeah.
where one.
Morrison's. Yeah. That one at the bottom of where the bus station is. School crossing patrols obviously will have to come back to kicking out time in school.
Kicking out time. Alternate level crossings, yeah, we did that.
We did. We got lucky the train came.
Simple traffic light control junction, yeah, we've done that. Busy, I think it's been busy.
Yeah.
Well,
We've
it
had
was
multiple
because
lanes
it's
once.
Hilltop. I would say is busy traffic lights because it's them, and them.
It's an awkward junction, that one at Hilltop. Well, yeah. Okay. How does that work?
I don't know.
Cool. We need to come back to the school crossing
Yeah.
patrols, but we'll need to do that when they're out and about.
And if we can get a puffin or two.
Well, the toucans are not so easy to find, but there is a puffin one at the top of the hill where the broken bridge is. So, what do we think the next logical step would be? And the next one in the programme is hazard perception and defensive driving. You've already started, if you have a look at some of the targets. you're already doing some of that.
I do that.
So you might want to have as part of like a review as well, you might want to have a look at the targets and have a think about, well, how much of that do you already do? It's then just really a case of, I mean, what do you think we mean by defensive driving?
Well, don't I drive that way now?
You do drive very defensively, yeah. But you're proactive rather than reactive. And do you know what the difference is? Reactive is where something happens, you're like, "Wah!" and you take avoiding action. Proactive is where you work out what's going on and you adjust what you're doing to take account of what they're doing. So I feel that you do that. You're already proactive. You've got a feel for what people are going to do, and you know, it's reading the body language of the car and just working things out and thinking. Which is why I was asking you the question. That's okay. Tell me why you've chosen this speed. It's not because I think you've chosen the wrong speed. It's just like, okay, what are you thinking about here? Are you just driving slow because you're just driving slow because you're not sure, or are you actually saying, well, there's parked cars, there's kids, the hedges are high, that guy up there coming down, I don't know what he's going to do. So that's what a good driver does all the time. You're continually scanning and making these little adjustments for. You're basically adjusting your driving to take account of other people. Where an awful lot of drivers just drive without a thought to what's going on around them. That's why they get into trouble. So does that seem like a reasonable potential plan for next time?
Yeah.
We could, well, we'll see how we go with that. I mean, because we could maybe incorporate a little bit of dual carriageway stuff with that.
Oh.
Possibly. Or we can leave that till later. I'll leave you to have a think about that.
Oh, I don't mind. You know me. I like a challenge.
Well, it's the defensive driving situations. It's a case of then we'll just try and find some, well, not difficult situations, but situations that require you to think about what you're going to do. But I'll leave you to do your reflection as well.
We do pass a lot of them.
We do, well, constantly. I mean, I've not shied away and thought, well, we're going to keep you away from all traffic all the time, because I've felt that you can cope with this, or I've been happy for us to practice in areas where we're going to hit other things. You know, like when we came to do the manoeuvres, I was happy to practice that on turning the road on a road where there might be a bit of traffic, where the standard procedure is to perhaps take you where there's nothing happening, because I think you're all right to take it. So how do you feel that went?
Really good.
It's all right, making progress, aren't we? Good. It's all starting to knit together
New
nicely.
places.
Yeah. And I've found a piece of the world that I've not seen before, so that's a bit exciting. And now that I know that loop's there, I'll use that more, because that's a cracking place to practice defensive driving and has a perception.
With that corner, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Excellent. Next Monday?
I can do them next Monday, but I'm starting work at 1:15. Is there any chance of doing it a little bit later so I can get to work for like that time? Saves me.
So, but 11:30?
Yeah, is that alright?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Brilliant.
Not a problem at all. Then when we're finished, we can just drop off at work.
Yeah, just makes sense.
Jobs
doesn't
are
it?
good. Of course it is. Excellent. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'll
Bye.
see you next
I won't
week.
forget.